I'm the Zill Man.
Jerzors.
Jonathan.
Raz the goat.
Mikey.
And we are the Wang and Balls podcast. We're going to drink our miscellaneous drinks.
Miscellaneous.
Episode 7 or something.
All right.
Miscellaneous.
Welcome back on a very special episode. Today's 8/24 Kobe Bryant Day all around the world. And we're just going to get started. The Lakers just destroyed the Portland Trailblazers. So the sentiment is they're going to win in 5 games. If anyone feels different, speak up. But it looks like they're going to wrap it up pretty soon here because the Blazers look like they suck ass pretty bad. And does anyone disagree, or you think they're going to wrap it in 5?
Yep.
No. No, I don't disagree.
Cool. Well, we're going to rewind a little bit because yesterday was a super crazy day for the NBA, in particular for the Dallas Mavericks and budding superstar Luka Doncic. I know we were all watching it, and it was
awesome.
pretty crazy. Every time he would just shoot, hit a step back, and then we just go in. It was pretty crazy. Does anyone have any? You know what? Let's start with the question before we talk about the game. Where do you think Luka at he's like 20 or 21 is going to end his career? Like, what is he going to end his career with? How many championships?
Ooh.
What is he going to be in the top 5? Is he going to be in the top 10? We'll start with Jer, or any special accomplishments or whatever. Let's start with Jer and go in order. Go ahead.
He'll definitely get MVP at least once. Championships, fuck. I don't even know, man. What if he gets it this year? Ooh.
All right.
Add special effects.
So he'll definitely get MVP. I mean, I actually agree with Raz where he was saying that, except he's not the GOAT now, but I feel like after LeBron, he's actually going to be like top fucking 3 players.
That's so
for
crazy.
For a long time.
That's crazy.
He's 21 and he's this good. If he's not like, if he doesn't have any like season for like any crazy injuries like D Rose, he's gonna be here for a while.
So you think 1 championship, 1 MVP, and then you said top 3?
I don't even know about 1 championship. It really just depends. But yeah, at least one.
But okay, got it. Because it's hard to put him in the top of anything if you don't have a championship, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, talent-wise, he's fucking insane.
All right. Sean, anything about Luka and what you think he's going to look like when he's retired?
I think at least 20 championships minimum.
Okay. All right.
He's fucking the best.
There's one, and then
Literally,
I think he's got
next
20
year, he
feet.
just fucking wins everything.
20,
So that means he's going to have to win a championship every year for the
20 feet.
He's
I'm pretty sure
struggling
so.
for winning championship.
I'd be so
many
annoyed.
I think he gets at least. I think he has.
Put your fucking feet away.
He just has sleeve of rings. I think he has at least, dude. He has the potential to get at least 5
championships.
I think so.
What about
The way
MVPs?
he's playing now, oh, dude, I would say also 5. Like he has the status to be the GOAT. I mean, he has the potential to be the GOAT.
Damn.
I think so. Especially to how he's playing right now. He's played better than LeBron was when he was 21. I think so.
True. Yeah.
Statistically. Yeah. So like, I
And
think,
clutch-wise, he's still more
and,
clutch
and,
than
and
LeBron.
looking into the future, I don't see a Warrior type like dynasty coming in to like destroy him like LeBron. So, and I think they already have such a good core with Porzingis coming in, and then all those crazy shooters coming out of nowhere. I think they have everything they need, and I feel like the Hawks should be really sorry that they traded for Trey.
Yeah.
And I wonder how they feel about it because I know even though Trey's is pretty nasty,
Trey
but
is sick.
He's no Luka. He's no Luka.
Luka is doing is crazy. And what I think what sets him apart is his pace, because no one that young plays with Luka's pace and the way he controls the game. So
he's pretty
I think
strong.
that would make him stands out. So
Yeah.
by the end of his career, I think he has the potential to pull 5, and to
5?
be the greatest. To be the
Damn.
greatest.
That's
Because this
crazy.
is insane. Yesterday was insane. No, he shouldn't have been able to. He should have missed that. But he proved that he's worthy.
Is that one of the greatest playoff performances of all time? You think?
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
definitely
for sure.
That's definitely up
It was
there.
fucking
He was
sick.
injured.
Beating
He was
Clippers.
injured. He didn't have Porzingis. This
Oh,
is
right.
his second. This is his second year
Just started.
against like a NBA championship caliber team. Like
And they
that
were
was
down.
insane.
They
Yeah,
were down.
This was-
2-1.
This
That
was
was
supposed
to
to
win
be
the
D
game.
Rose's. This was supposed to be like D Rose's season before he got injured. This is because he won his MVP, I think, his second year as well, and he was like making this playoff push. I think D Rose was actually doing better in terms of seeding wise, but D Rose got hurt, and so I think now
That's what I'm saying. If Luka doesn't get injured,
Luka's
man,
ready to really make a crazy playoff push. I wouldn't be surprised if they beat the Clippers. Anyways, yeah, that's my take. I say 5 rings, 5 MVPs.
All right, Raz, you.
Jesus. I think probably minimum he gets 2, minimum. But I seriously think he has the potential to get probably 5 or 6 maybe. We'll see. But the thing about Luka, I think, is his body type and the way he plays is not really like Derrick Rose. He plays with so much explosion. Luka plays and conserves his energy, but then uses it at the right time too. So I feel like he doesn't have a high injury risk. Like he played with a left ankle
That's a good
sprain,
point.
and he still scored 40 points.
Because he doesn't try to yam out. He doesn't try to dunk
Yeah.
on you every play.
and he's
Yeah,
not
so
the
then he just beats
fastest,
you with
most
smarts.
athletic guy. Yeah, he's just
Yeah, he beats you with
fundamental.
smart and slow of pace. Even there was one play he scored over, or he got a shot over Kawhi at the end of the quarter. And I'm like, man, your pace is so good. He did a Euro step backwards and did a one-handed float to a shot.
he's
And I'm
so
just
sick,
like,
dude.
how do you get that off on Kawhi?
On Kawhi,
you know?
too. 2-time Defensive Player of the
Yeah.
Year.
I was thinking about
crazy.
dude, we have to adopt that move when we start playing again, where he pushes his body into you and then kind of jumps back right at the rim for a layup. That's
I would
such
get
a-
injured.
Yeah,
That's such a crazy move.
Yeah, you have to have a lot of stamina and endurance too, because you take body contact when you come in.
Hey, Raz, hey!
All right, Mikey, what are your betting? Luka retires when he's 37, 38. What does he end up with?
yeah. Hopefully, there's no injuries within this, but I think the GOAT candle or torch is going to be passed on to him. He is the next generation. I think he is going to be the best player in the NBA. In
Of
this
all
next
time, though?
generation,
Of all time?
he will be in that category just because of he's putting you can see how he predicated his game after LeBron, the way he runs the floor, but he has that European flash and style. Yeah, he's not injury prone. He's not athletic. He's not fast. He's just fundamentally sound. Great footwork. He can shoot, and he's fucking 6'8". If you saw that clip where Montrezl Harrell was apologizing to him, they literally
Jesus.
are
That's what
eye
he
to eye.
said.
Yeah, and then it's holy, it's insane to be a point guard at 6'8", having the ball and be able to rebound, pass, score at will, and he's so shifty. His little Euro on Paul George yesterday, looked like he was gonna go to the left. Yeah, so Paul George was getting blocked out, and it looked like he was gonna finish the left side of the rim. Then he just hopped to the right and then finished off balance play in. And I was like, that's insane. And the ability to clutch it out, I mean, sky's the limit for him. He's for sure going to get MVP 1 year. And yeah, I don't know about championship wise. I think he's going to get 1 season MVP. And obviously, if they win the championship, I think it's going to be because of him. He's going to get finals MVP. But right now, I'll say he'll win 1 championship at least.
One
It's
championship.
Just so hard. Yeah, it's just because there's
he's
so
gonna
many
win all the
factors.
Mavs.
They're not gonna let him
think-
leave, dude. They're not gonna let
Yeah.
him leave.
They won't.
There's
That's
no way
their
he's not
bread
gonna
and butter. Yeah.
Him and
He's not gonna
Porzingis are
wanna
going to
leave.
stay there forever, I think.
Yeah, and I like him because he's not
quick questions,
cocky.
though?
Go ahead. Are you lagging?
So do you guys think? I'll just start for Mikey, but if he's not a great
Wait,
defensive
what
player,
is Zoe
if he's a
think?
great
What is
offensive
Zoe
player,
think?
and we've seen how that's affected James Harden. Yeah. Zoe? Yeah.
Quick question, though.
Go ahead with your question. Before I transition, I'll just give my quick thoughts. Go ahead, finish your question because you're lagging, so I don't know how long you'll get the question.
Do you think that him not being a defensive player is going to affect him being a GOAT? You know, the GOAT, because all of the top players play offense and defense. He doesn't really play defense right now, at least. You know,
Let's
Snake.
Let's start with Mikey. Let's Snake. Mikey, go ahead. Rapid fire.
I think he can show flashes of defense. Obviously, he'll pick that up. He's not going to get those chase down blocks like LeBron, but with his size, he can literally guard all the point guards. Like, he might force stuff into team defense. Will he win like all defensive team? Probably not, just because there's so many great defenders. But I don't know if that's going to like really hinder his ability or his goatness, you know, because he affects so many aspects of the game. I don't think it's just like, oh, he's shit on defense. It's not like he's bad. He's just not great compared to everyone else.
Raz, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't think so either. Because if you look at Steph Curry, I mean, Steph Curry's not a great defender. He's a great team defender. So if he's a great team defender, I think he'll be fine.
I don't think people ISO Luka. You know what I mean?
Ever considered. I don't think Steph Curry would be considered a GOAT. I don't think he ever would had that potential.
Just like GOAT shooter, but yeah, not GOAT.
He's GOAT shooter, and he's a Hall of Famer for changing the game.
Mm-hmm.
He changed the game single-handedly.
I think that. Oh, sorry, you're done, Raz? I think that if.
No, yeah, I'm done.
I think his defense. I mean, if he doesn't. First off, I think he has the potential, or he has the upside to get better at defense. But if he doesn't ever learn it, then I do think it will take a toll on whether or not he's considered the GOAT. But I do believe he'll get better at defense easily because it's only his second year in the league. So and many players get better at defense.
Yeah.
Multiple years into the league. Look at Rocco. Rocco is now like the greatest defensive monster in the whole league, and he's like in his 7th year in. So. But that's a good point, Raz. I think that if he doesn't get his defense up, then that's gonna like take a hit towards his MVP worthiness.
Jared, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree with Sean and Raz and Mikey. Like, he's gonna be offensively amazing for the next few years, but then they're gonna start talking shit on him because he's gonna get haters because it's his second year, so everyone's like, "Holy shit, Luka's sick." But like later on, they're gonna be like, "All right,
they're gonna hate him,
right?" They're gonna like LeBron, they're gonna hate him. Yeah, LeBron, Kobe, MJ. They're gonna be like, "Yo, what about this? What about this?" And if he doesn't pick up his D, which I think he will, he's not gonna be the best. But I think he will. But I didn't even know he was 6'8", so that's kind of crazy when you said that, Mikey. I was like, "Holy shit, he's that tall?"
How tall did you think he was?
6'7", 6'8".
I thought he was shorter too.
I thought he was 6'7".
Big.
6'7". I mean, even though it's just an inch, like Kobe and MJ were 6'6", and LeBron's what, 6'8", right?
6'7".
And you 6'7". Oh, LeBron's 6'7". Yeah.
Oh, Luka's 6'7"?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's still really big.
Well, yeah,
Huge.
but that sounds more right, actually.
How
I
tall
was
is
point
Magic?
guard too.
How tall is
I think it
Magic?
was 6'9".
Yeah, Magic was
Magic was
tall.
fucking tall, yeah. Okay, that makes more sense because I thought he was like LeBron's height. And I was like, if he's that fucking
6'9".
big, that's crazy. Because he looks like he has the biggest chest, but he doesn't look that tall because he's stocky. But I was like, oh yeah. But 6'7", that's a good height.
I think.
But I agree.
I think he's gonna pick it up too. It's like Sean said, it's his second year in the league. Like, he has a pretty, like, unlike Steph Curry, like he's like stockier. So when and he's already has the full offensive package. So in his like upcoming off seasons, what do you think they're gonna work on? Like, probably footwork,
For sure.
all his D's. So yeah, I agree. He's gonna get better, and I think he'll end up with like 4 MVPs or something like that, and 2 or 3 championships. But it's crazy. Everyone here pretty much said like he'll be like in the GOAT conversation when it's over. I'm gonna.
For sure.
Yeah, I don't know yet. That's like a tough conversation to be
Yeah,
in.
that's hard.
But that's crazy. That's crazy that he's so good right now that everybody's saying that. So that's pretty cool to hear. And we're gonna get back to some Laker news because it is Kobe Bryant Day. But before we get to the Mamba, we're gonna go into this series and upcoming. So the Blazers are gonna be done, right? So who in the next series? I know you guys were kind of talking about it earlier. Would everyone prefer the Lakers play and why. So we'll just go random here. We'll start with Sean, and then we'll go Raz, and then Mikey, and then Jared.
Wait, can we pull up the standings? Can we pull up
Sure,
the
is it-
standings?
We're either playing the Thunder
Thunder
or the
versus
Rockets.
Rockets.
Yeah, it's 2-2, right? 2-2?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm
Either
so
the
I'm
winner
hella
of that
laggy,
series.
huh?
Wait, say it again.
A little bit.
Yeah, it's lagging. I can hear you guys. It's what? Thunder and
We're playing
Rockets.
the Thunder or the Rockets. Whoever
Yeah,
wins that series.
It's 2-2 right now.
2-2.
Tied 2-2. So let's start with Sean, and then we'll go Raz, then Mikey, then Jer.
So the Rockets just won 2 games, the first 2 games, and then the
And
Thunder
then
won these
Thunder
last
just won
2.
the last 2.
So it's a tight
That's
series.
hard. Right after, I mean, first thought would be the Thunder to play them, just because I feel like the Rockets are just the better team. But if it's 2-2 now, I'm not sure. I would say the Thunder. I would just say the Thunder because I still feel like the Rockets, as I've been saying, like the last couple of weeks, they're like just way too unpredictable, and I think it would be safer to play against the Thunder, just because.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're a more traditional team.
All right. We're going to go with Raz.
Yeah, definitely the Thunder for sure. I don't think the Thunder can beat them in 7 games. It'll probably go like 5 or 6, but I still think the Lakers will handily take care of them. Who's gonna there's no one to guard LeBron, The Rockets have a lot of people to guard LeBron. Actually, they don't have anyone to guard AD, but they're just so unpredictable. They're so fast. They shoot threes like crazy. They shot 50 threes 4 games in a row. I don't know if you guys saw that. But they shot 50 threes 4 games
Is
in a row.
Westbrook's still out too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still out.
Okay. Yeah,
And
for
so
sure.
if they have 2 MVPs on their roster, so I would rather play the Thunder for sure.
I can see a trend here, Mikey. Are you going to break the trend, or are you going to keep with wanting to see the Thunder?
I honestly don't care who we play because I know we can beat both of those teams in the 7-game series. Because I know Raz especially is dude, the Rockets are so good, dude. I mean, I get it too.
They are.
They because their defensive switch-ups are insane, and they have James Harden and freaking Russell Westbrook when he comes back. So yeah, that's what I said.
and they have Russell Westbrook and Westbrook.
And they also have James Harden, Mikey.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess Raz is lagging so hard he can't even hear us 10 minutes in the
But
future.
even the Thunder are pretty versed. But I mean, at the end of the day, the Rockets are so small. Yeah, they beat us that first game, but who's gonna guard AD? No one can guard AD there. We can play small ball and match to them, but no one can guard AD. We will figure out how to stop James Harden. But yeah, if I had to choose, I would definitely pick the Thunder.
All right. Before we go to Jerry, you're muted, so you have to unmute yourself. All right,
Yo,
Jerry.
am I laggy as shit? Can you see me? Can you hear me?
You're lagging a little bit, but we can hear you, so it's all good.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll definitely pick Thunder, dude. But because Harden's too unpredictable. If he goes off,
It's game over.
It wasn't really game over because AD and LeBron, no one can take them.
Yeah,
But I definitely take Thunder so I can beat Chris Paul's ass.
I think.
Wait,
But
what was that last line you just said?
we can beat Chris Paul's ass.
Oh, yeah. That's
Fucking destroy him.
That's a good reason.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
But I agree with Mikey. We'll beat both of them, but Harden is kind of scary because he literally, if he just takes over like Luka, it's kind of really hard to stop him. I don't think CP or them can do that.
I think if I had to choose, I'd choose the Thunder also. But I mean, everybody underestimates the Thunder, though. They had literally a 0.2, not a 1% chance, not a half of 1% chance. They had a 0.2% chance to make the playoffs, and they got this super high seed, and they just beat the Rockets, who everybody is talking so highly about just now. 2 games in a row. James Harden did not do anything in the last few minutes of that last game. And I think the scary thing with the Thunder, I think, is wherever they go next, everyone expects them to lose anyway. So I don't think they care. They're just playing basketball. They're having
Literally
fun.
nothing to lose.
Steven Adams is a pretty good big man. He can't guard AD, but I think he's better than any big man that the Rockets have. So I don't know. I think it'll be. I mean, obviously, yeah, that's true. They don't have.
Rockets
They
don't
have
one big man.
They have. They have
That's what I was
PJ.
gonna say. It's like kind of funny because we're all like the Rockets are pretty good, but when they first like dropped all their big men, we're like, what the hell? Who are they gonna play?
Yeah.
Like this is the worst. Like
Yeah.
but
I
I
mean,
they made
Tyson
it
Chandler
work.
actually.
he
Yeah,
doesn't
they
play
do,
though.
but
They
he
don't play
doesn't
him
play.
though. They're not gonna play
Jeff
him like as
Green,
in a
Jeff
series.
Green is their 5.
Yeah. But
That's
yeah, that's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be fun to see the whoever plays because I mean 2-2, anything could happen. Like I wouldn't doubt CP3 like only averaging like what 15 and like 8 or whatever this series and then winning in like 6 or 7. But yeah, I
That'd
think the
be
Lakers
so
will beat whoever
sick.
comes out.
That would be
All
so
right.
sick if they beat the Rockets.
All right, since it is Kobe Bryant Day, I thought it would be very cool if we all pay a little homage to the Mamba. We'll go in order, starting with Jer. And if you guys wanna kind of go over maybe your favorite Mamba moment or like a game to honor the big guy today. So we'll start with Jer. I mean, you don't have to pick one. You could pick a couple if you want, but it'd be cool to reminisce because there's so many moments. So Jer, you want to start?
I didn't know we wanted to cry today, so holy shit. I'm just gonna stick to one moment, and the moment that stuck with me was when Kobe hit that buzzer beater to lead us 3-1 versus Suns, because that was crazy for me. I mean, there's so many moments because, like, I went to their first championship when Kobe and Shaq like fucking took LA to the championship, and Shaq was like, "Can you dig it?" But like, his whole career was like insane because we literally grew up with him. So there's so much we can say about him. But that moment there, I remember was so sick because I think that was when we had our shitty ass team.
They're the 8
And
seed, I think,
Kobe-
right? Or the 7
What's
seed or
up?
something? They were the 8 or the 7 seed?
7
Well,
seed.
Suns were hella high because
7 seed.
Nash.
7
Yeah, there
seed.
were. Oh,
No,
there you go.
Suns were
7.
second.
Yeah, Kobe had Smush Parker, Kwame, right? All the shitty ass players.
Yeah.
And then we went up 3-1. So I was like, holy shit, we're actually gonna beat them. And then we lost 3 in a row. But like that game was insane for me. So like props to Kobe for always being himself.
We're
God,
supposed to lose
yeah,
the first
that's
second
it.
round that year.
That's it.
Sean?
Probably the all the air balls his sophomore year, I think, against Utah.
In the playoffs.
That's probably the one moment that really resonated me the most, just because he just was a nobody still at that point, and I just don't think anyone would have the guts to do something like that, where you airball once and then you shoot another crazy 3 and then you airball that and then you shoot another crazy 3 and then you airball that and then you shoot another and then you airball. Like, I don't know anyone who would be able to survive 4 straight airballs in a row in the fourth quarter to try to win a game. And
he
like
wasn't,
to
he
live with
wasn't playing
themselves.
much. Yeah.
And to live with themselves, and like just like I don't know, it's just something that always stuck with me, especially going through like this year, which was like tough for me. And it was like, damn, dude, like what an inspiration, because no one has that type of mentality, and you can tell like he's had it since like I don't even know, maybe since when he was a child. Like, who knew when that Mamba mentality like really flourished within him, because he obviously had it when he first started. So it's just like it just shows like I just really respect the moments when people are like fail miserably and they can just arise from it, because that shit is like the hardest stuff to do. So it's probably that for me.
Rez?
For me, it was the
Do you guys actually
2010
see him, or are you
NBA
kidding?
Finals When
No, he's lagging.
I see him.
what?
Oh, it's completely the loading screen is completely black. I thought you were fucking so.
Oh my god!
Raz, it's completely
No,
black and there's the
2010
loading screen.
NBA Finals.
Oh, okay.
And if
I
you
don't
guys
see him
don't
at all.
know,
He's
Zoe is a
completely-
bandwagon, and so he was a Kings fan first, and a Celtics fan, and at the time he was a Celtics fan.
You forgot about the
And
Jazz.
so we had a game. We had a game all together playing.
Is he talking?
A basketball game.
Yes.
And we came back
Talking
and pretty much.
I'll shut up then. 'Cause I
We
literally
came back
can't hear
and watched
anything.
that game, and I hate you, Jer.
No, Jer can't hear you. Jer can't hear you.
Jer will tell you when Raz
Okay,
is
well,
not
I hate
talking
Jared
anymore.
anyways. I hate
Jared.
I
Jared
should
anyways.
record
Keep
this. I'm
going,
gonna record
Raz.
this.
Keep going, Raz.
Keep going.
Okay, well, yeah, that was one of my favorite moments because honestly, for us, like for me, I got close to you guys, right? And so for Kobe, for me was like our friends and like kind of a gathering together. We'd be like Kobe, and so that was actually one of the highlights of my life because I felt like I bonded with you guys, honestly.
He had like 20 rebounds that game because Kendrick Perkins was injured. So that was
Anyways.
remember that. Anyways, they had like 100 offensive rebounds because the Celtics can't rebound for some reason. All right, Mikey, your favorite moment?
I don't know.
Well, Doc Rivers doesn't know how to couch, so
Get out of here.
Couch?
He doesn't know how to couch? Doc Rivers doesn't know how to sofa, dude. Doc Rivers doesn't know how to couch.
how do what?
Oh my God. Please ignore our friend down there at that bottom
Coach, I
corner.
hate you guys.
I don't. Okay, so I don't know if it's not my favorite moment, but one thing for me is when he tore his Achilles, like he literally poured it all on the floor just to try to get us to the playoffs. And that fucking injury happened, and it just like you can tell it killed him. Like he was crying in the interviews, like it's shit luck. But his mentality throughout everything, like even us as fans, like even haters were like, this injury is so like insane. People don't come back the same, but everyone had that belief, like, dude, if anyone can do it, Kobe can do it. And it's like that inspiration to just, because we know he's done like the impossible. Like that mentality is just insane and something I'll never forget, especially like going through like different injuries and like different downfalls. Like it's just like you kind of have to tackle it piece by piece. It's not like a 1 day fix. So that's just one thing I'll remember. And like I guess his growth, like throughout the whole thing, like he was kind of like a dick at one point, or labeled as a dick or a ball hog. And then you can tell like when he was retiring how like open he became. Like he became like he's just like more of a family man. He was like, oh, I'm ready to retire. Like I want to hang out with my daughters. He became nice with the players, started working out with people. So that was nice to see.
Even that last year, he was like smiling every game, saying
he
what's
was
up to
leaving.
everyone. It was like, what the heck is going on here? You hate everyone. I thought.
He didn't give a shit anymore. That's why.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like he finally accepted that he was done, and he's like, I'm not trying to win a championship. I'm just trying to enjoy this last season in basketball in general.
I think for me, like it's totally different from all of you guys, obviously, because I was not cheering for the Lakers ever while Kobe was on the team, and but it was crazy. Like you think about it, and like the moments when the Lakers aren't in the playoffs, you kind of have like, at least for me, there was never a moment when the Lakers were not in the playoffs where I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited for this game, where like my heart's beating really fast, you know? And, you don't really admit it to yourself till it's gone. But it was only when he was there, like, like there's no other player like that I grew up watching that was like, there was 3 seconds left and you're cheering against him that you're like, fuck, he's going to fucking just make it somehow. If he gets the ball with 1 second left, he's going to make the buzzer beater and they're going to fucking lose. And that happens so many times. Like, it's crazy. Like every single one of those moments, I remember exactly where I was. And I think for me, like the admiration I had for Kobe was like built in through all of the negativity that like I had against the Lakers. And when he won the Oscar, and then when I saw him courtside with his kids after, it really was like this guy is like so cerebral in his like after basketball career, in like being a dad, in being like a filmmaker. And it's just like, he had so much to give to the world, and it was so devastating to me, someone who didn't, cheer for Kobe growing up, to hear what happened to him. But yeah, we're here. It's Kobe Day, so I figured we could all reminisce a little bit, and we'll end this because we're actually perfect timing here. Nice. We're gonna
nice.
So you guys.
Before we end it, weren't we supposed to talk about the Portland game or?
No, because we already know they're going to win the series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
right.
But no, we're going to end it with you guys already know all the.
I wanted to shit on Dame, dude.
Oh, we can shit on Dame still. Sean, you want to shit on Dame? You can shit on Dame.
Yeah, do it.
Well,
do it.
What do you gotta say, Sean?
No, really, let's talk about the game. Why do you think?
Tag
Why
him.
do you think that?
Tag him on
Why do you
this.
think the Blazers are so bad? Why do you think the Blazers are losing?
I just think the Lakers are like just way better. Like that's who the Lakers like that game that they played right now. That's who the Lakers were at the end of the season, like firing on all cylinders. They don't have Avery Bradley, they didn't have Rondo, but like they controlled the game. Like I think LeBron shot the ball like 11 times or 12, and he made 10 of them.
Yeah,
That's
he
the
was 10
LeBron.
for 11.
Yeah,
10 for
that's
11.
crazy. He shot 11 times. He had 30 points.
Since game
And
2,
yeah.
dude.
He had 30 points. Like I think they just
I didn't
it
even
wasn't
know
the
that.
Blazers
That's
being
awesome.
bad. I think it was just the Lakers finally
Us.
being the Lakers.
Yeah,
So you're
like,
saying
game
what do you
1
think
we
of-
had no idea what we were doing. Straight up.
Game one, we
What do you think the
couldn't hit
Blazers
a shot.
Hold on, what was that, Sean?
What do you think the Blazers could do to stand a chance? Unless you guys just completely agree that there's just
They
There's-
can't.
I
They
don't-
don't stand a chance.
I don't think they have a chance.
okay. What do you think Terry
No.
Stotts is saying to them right now? Then at least he's not saying we're fucked, guys.
He said,
No, no, he's probably
lay
dude,
down in game 5.
dude.
I just
Terry
saw
Stotts-
I just on the TV it said Terry Stotts is 0-11 when he's down 3-1.
dude,
Terry
he's probably
Stotts is just like instilling the same mindset of
Yeah.
like, you guys are a grinding team. You guys are a team that doesn't give up. So no matter how like far behind they are, they always play with the chip on their shoulder. That's why it's just like it's that Damian Lillard
I'm
attitude.
just talking about like strategically. Think you would do if you're playing against the Lakers? Oh,
Mismatch someone to guard
sorry, I
AD.
had super lag.
Like someone
Don't start
stop
Hassan
AD.
Whiteside and Nurkic.
I think you just give the ball to Dame and you set like 8 screens in a row and then
Seriously.
see what happens.
Dame
Because I don't
needs
know
to
how
take
else.
over.
I don't know what else they can like if they don't give the ball. And CJ McCollum, I would say like could help him, but like he has a like what partially broken back or something like that. So like I think Dame's all, and Dame has like a dislocated finger. So I don't know what they
Yeah.
can do really. Like and
He
then
has
what-
to.
you're gonna have
figure
Carmelo shoot corner threes all game. I mean,
it out. I think yeah.
I think Dame needs to be more. Oh, he had his dislocated finger, but I think he needs to shoot more.
Terry Stotts on the side.
Fire his hands so
I
hard.
really like. I really would love to hear someone here who has like, if you're Terry Stotts, what are you gonna do differently next game to just like? I know he's in the locker room probably like after he wiped his tears away. He's like, those fucking pussies got lucky, man. Next time we're gonna win. And then, but like, what is he gonna? What strategy could he like instill? Like, yeah, like everyone keeps saying like, who's gonna guard AD? Who's gonna guard LeBron? They like Wenyan Gabriel.
I know, but I feel like they have to find someone to stop AD, like someone smaller. Maybe fucking yeah. I feel like try
It's
Wenyan
Little.
Gabriel.
Nasir Little. Nasir
Yeah.
Little.
Is he still on the team?
Yeah.
They just need to
He's
double
too
AD every
little.
time.
He's too little.
I mean, if Zach Collins was like healthy, like they would definitely have Zach Collins guarding AD.
Yeah.
With
Yeah, that's true.
Nurkic at the 5, and then he would be able to spread. But at this point, like even when we lost game 1, it was still a close game, and that's when KCP had 1 point in 29 minutes. So
Exactly.
him and Danny Green weren't hitting shots. It was still a close game. So even though they're surging, like they will be a streaky team, but I think in a series, like you can't beat the Lakers at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they're
LeBron's
like,
smart too, because he's not trying to like get all of his own stats. He's trying to get everybody confident for this.
Because
run.
he's gonna need them. He's
You
gonna
know?
need them for the Western Conference Finals and
Yeah.
the NBA Finals. They need to be shooting. Like Danny Green needs to like make like maybe like a third of his shots in
Yeah,
when the time
seriously.
comes in the finals. But yeah, I don't know. To answer, go back to Sean's question. I don't think so. If anyone thinks that the Blazers would have any strategy, bring it up. I mean, Mikey literally said
they're the dark
Mikey
horse.
literally said Zach Collins. Zach Collins will literally get teabagged, but he's their best option to guard AD.
He will get shit on by AD, who's a superstar.
But he's
He's a
their best.
superstar.
But you just said he's their best option, and
Maybe
he's
Trevor
injured.
Ariza.
Yeah, I guess.
Trevor Ariza, maybe?
Ariza's
I
not
don't
in
know.
the bubble.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's not in the bubble. So like, it's what other options do you have to stop AD? It's like it's hard, and like I think they were surging, and it was like mostly their offense. Like, but we have so many attack options that it's like I don't even know. I wouldn't even know how to stop them if I was Terry Stotts. Like, okay, if
Yeah.
because they have one game left. Like, okay, you stop AD and then LeBron goes off, or then someone else goes off. Like, it's like You
Yeah,
can have a
huge.
plan of attack. Maybe fucking box and one or like
Or-
3-2
box and
zone.
two.
Like
Triangle and two.
They can't box in one, dude. They're gonna die.
I just feel like Blazers. I mean, they're thriving on momentum. Like they're very streaky. So when they go off, that kind of like shakes their opponents. Like when Lillard is like insanely just on fire, that's when the other team are like, "Holy shit, we need to fucking stop him." And then that's why they need to take. That's why if I was Terry Stotts, like Zoe said, set 1,000,000 picks for Lillard and let him go off, and then shit will come. But he has a dislocated finger, and when he's not going off, they're fucking sucking. That's
he has to get
it.
used to that finger.
And
He
CJ
has to get
McCollum
used
has
to
a
that
broken
finger.
back.
I was
Does he?
thinking. So, do you guys
He
find?
looked good.
Do you guys find like any similarities between the Blazers and the Warriors, like with Curry and Clay and CJ and Dame, like in terms of the way they play? Because I was thinking when I was watching the game, I'm like, okay, what would Terry Stotts do? And I was like, if they have CJ and Dame, like they have the shooters, don't they? I mean, other than the fact that they're just not hitting it, they're just not shooting well.
I
But
think
I'm
not
like,
the same. It's not the same.
strategically, wouldn't
They
you
don't
be
have
able
a
to play
distributing
like
big
Warriors?
man.
No, because Lillard's
They don't
not
have
like
a big
Steph.
shooting big man.
Steph is
Yep.
such a facilitator.
And they
they're
don't
like
have
a
big
worse
man.
version.
But Dame pulls people out, like
CJ's not a spot up shooter like
He's not
Clay
around.
though.
What?
They're like
He's
a
not a
worse.
spot-
Yeah.
Wait, say that
Like
again.
you said.
Say that again.
CJ is not a spot up shooter like Clay. He is also like offensively sound. I feel like both of them thrive in the pick and roll. And then where Steph is a shooter, Dame is an attacker mostly. Like he'll shoot the 40-foot threes, but his intent is to attack the basket. Like so he thrives off the pick and roll, whereas I think the Warriors are like less dribbling, more like ball movement. And I don't think the Blazers have like a piece that's like
The
Draymond.
Blazers, yeah. They have to do like so much
stop.
one-on-one. Like when every time I know CJ McCollum's like really good, but literally every time he's dribbling or shooting, and like
Nothing's happening.
for some reason, I think it takes so long for the ball to like come out of his hands. I don't know why,
Slow.
but I think I literally every time he shoots the ball, I'm always like, holy shit, is this guy really gonna shoot like that? And I always think he's gonna miss it, and he makes like some of them. I'm like, oh okay, I guess. But and then when he's dribbling, I always think he's gonna lose the ball. Like he's going crazy, he's dribbling in front of him. But I don't know, when the Warriors get the ball, like in like half a second, the ball will be out of Clay's hands and he'll hit a three. But yeah, I mean, I think the Blazers are a little bit of a worse version than the Splash Brothers because they don't need to rely on
I think
a lot less, lot worse. They're not even in comparison to fucking Clay and Steph.
Okay,
Oh,
so
I mean,
other than
they also
other
don't
than-
have Draymond Green, who's a
yeah,
distributing
that's what I was
forward.
gonna say. Is it just Draymond? Who do you think is the key piece? Like if Draymond moved to Portland tomorrow or for the next game, do you think they would figure it out and they would win?
no, I don't think so. I think
They wouldn't
Steph and
figure
Clay
it
are
out, but
like
it would help.
they're
I think it's Steph, man. I think Steph is everything.
yeah.
Honestly, Clay can hit his
Well-
threes and he's really sick, but I feel like Steph facilitates everything. You know how Steve Nash used to run around like a freaking monkey and then just pull everyone in and then just kick it out? Like he's so fast, so fucking fast. That's what Steph's doing. And his freaking handles are insane. And the fact that he can just like turn around and shoot a three with like the fastest release,
Yeah.
that's like the quadruple threat.
Yeah.
And Lillard's
They're-
fucking
yeah,
sick.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's different.
Yeah, they're not the Warriors at all
So-
because Steph can play off ball. Lillard doesn't go off screens as much to catch and shoot, whereas Steph does that. Steph and Clay both
That's true.
run off ball plays.
That's a big point.
Steph or CJ and Dame don't do off ball screens just to catch
They
and
need the
shoot.
ball in their hands.
So wouldn't you think that like you would mimic the Warriors? Like that's what I'm saying. Like don't you think Terry Stotts would be like, shit, I have like two really good shooters. Like shouldn't we run CJ and Lillard off screens
But
and maybe give the ball to Melo or
But
Nurk?
who's gonna give
Like,
them the ball?
Yeah, exactly. I don't think Melo can do. Melo probably shoot it. He's not gonna pass it.
Nurk is a good passer, but yeah.
Nurk's a good passer, bro. You have to have a guy
Melo's
like
gonna
Melo
shoot
at the
ball.
top of the key, and then if Melo
Yeah.
gets the ball, he's gonna for sure shoot it.
And,
He's not gonna wait. He's not gonna
Melo's
wait for
if they had,
somebody
like,
to run
Jokic.
around.
The
But
Warriors
yeah.
are
Like Jokic,
separate.
it would be
Yeah.
different.
But in
No, but-
conclusion, the
yeah.
Blazers are done.
What if they win 3 in a row?
They're not going to. They're for sure
Yeah,
not
I
going to.
We
But
should,
uh,
we should put all of our money in the fact that Lakers are gonna win this whole thing.
I mean, we'll probably win $1.
Yeah, seriously, that's exactly what I was gonna say.
So-
We win $1.50.
You put $100, we'll win $1.
I wish we all put money in, like a lot of money in on Oklahoma City making the playoffs. We'd be so rich.
Damn it, dude, that'd be nuts. Even Chris Paul.
Oh, you know, some people in Oklahoma City put money on that. You know they did.
For sure.
But, all right, we're going a little off topic here. We're going to end this with you guys know pretty much everything about Kobe. So I figured I asked two questions. I asked two because the first one's probably like everyone probably knows this, but I was pretty surprised when I heard it. And then the second one I'll go. But the first one, does everyone know how he got his name?
The steak.
Kobe beef.
Yeah. Well,
Sorry, say
did
it
you
one
know?
more time? I didn't hear it.
How do you know? Do you know how Kobe got his name? Like how his parents like decided on his
parents
name?
went to Benihana.
Yeah. Did you like they opened a menu and they saw the name Kobe? They saw Kobe beef and they're like, okay. Here's a little bit of a harder one that I think even you Kobe fanatics will get stumped. All right, guys. So Kobe Bryant had, other than his father, Joe Jellybean Bryant, had another family member play in the NBA very briefly, a very long time ago. Does anyone know who that is and how they are related to Kobe Bean Bryant? We're going to do rapid fire, so I'm going to do 3, 2, 1. If you know the name, say it, and then we're going to go Jer, Sean, Raz, and then Mikey. Jer, 3, 2, 1.
Wait, do we all know him? Can you repeat the question?
Oh my God!
Doing research.
Okay. The question.
Can you repeat the
The
question?
question is.
Three rapid fire.
Tapping with my toes.
The question is: Kobe has another family other than his dad who played in the NBA. The only hint I can give you is he played really briefly, and it was a long time ago. It was in the early 80s. It was in the early 80s. He's related to Kobe by blood. He's related to Kobe. Now, if I say that, then you're gonna know that. Like, if it's just answer 3, 2, 1.
I don't fucking know.
Oh, sorry,
What
John.
team? Tell us what team.
3, 2, 1.
John Bryant.
Tell us what team.
His brother.
Oh, kind of close. Raz 3, 2, 1.
I have no idea.
I have no idea. Mikey 3,
Damn.
2, 1.
Focus
I don't
on the
know.
brothers.
I should have said brisket. Bro.
I did it. No one knows. I was trying to look for a Kobe fact that you guys wouldn't know, and I found it.
Who is it?
Okay, so his name is John Arthur Chubby Cox, and he played for the Washington Bullets for 7 games. He scored 29 points in 7 games. And that was the only time he played in the NBA. He is related to Kobe because he played 7 games for the Washington Bullets, but he is related to Kobe. He is Kobe's uncle on his mom's side, his mom's brother, John Arthur Cox. John Arthur Cox. That's true. When Sean said John, I was like, fuck.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, his nickname was Chubby, so they called him Chubby Cox. And that's not a joke. His nickname literally was Chubby Cox. If you go on Wikipedia, it's Chubby Cox. That's his Wikipedia
I'd
page.
rather not Google that.
What are you looking at?
I did.
If you guys Google Chubby Cox, dude, you'll see.
No, seriously, that's what I Googled. Oh,
That's
shit, I
what
should
the
delete
elaborate plan.
I'm going to delete my history.
Chubby Cox on the bullets. Chubby Cox shooting bullets.
Oh. I literally typed in Washington Chubby Cox earlier, too.
Oh, that's different. But it's
Washington-
still kind of funny.
Washington. All right, well, that'll do it, folks, for this week's episode of Wang and Balls. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Raz is lagging down there. He's frozen. That's hilarious. It's going to be so embarrassing for him. And for the guys, we're going to sign off, and we'll see you next week. See you guys.